Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tapelo Mire and today I'm trying something new. Today I'm trying to do something new. As a struggling YouTuber, someone who's trying to make it on YouTube, someone who has a maximum of 5 views and 2 subscribers, you're always trying to do something new. So today I just decided, you know what, instead of reading stories and talking about the world's complex stuff, I decided to sit down and talk to you guys about the things that I think about on a daily basis. And of course, I'm just trying to get views here mostly. I'm going to talk about the McG podcast. I mean, you're kind of like dumb as a YouTuber, especially a struggling YouTuber like myself, if you're not trying to talk about the biggest podcast in South Africa, because it has so many things you can talk about, so many angles you can take. You can become a hater, you can become a lover, you can become anything. Just have the name of the podcast on the title, on the thumbnail, try to say something crazy, and maybe you reach 10 views. So that's really what I'm trying to do today. So yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about the McG podcast, podcast and chill for the chillers out there. And I've been thinking about this for a while because, me and my friend actually fell off because of podcast and chill a little bit. And it wasn't like I was becoming a super hater of the podcast. I was just saying, to her, when you become big enough at some point, you can have to moderate your content a certain way. And my friend was like, hell no. I totally disagree with you for absolutely no reason because, you're a struggling YouTuber and you're just jealous. Mostly true. I'm a little jealous of how successful the podcast is. But really, what is the appeal of the podcast? That's something that I've asked myself a lot. And honestly, who wants to listen to grind set podcast, Abu DJ's Boo, oh, this is how you're going to make money, and this is what you should do, or who wants to listen to, the self-righteous, I'm such a businessman, and here's a platitude after platitude, Vusite Mbakwayo, or any of those guys. No one wants to listen to Musa Kaula, gossip stories, this celebrity did this celebrity. The McG podcast is a little different and it has a unique way in which they attract and keep or retain their chillers. The McG podcast is relatable. Mostly I'm quoting my friend who called me a hater. I remember her telling me that, the McG podcast is like you're chilling with gents at the store and you're just kicking it. For those rich kids who don't know what that means, is that, yeah, sometimes we go chill at the stores where we are from. So that's what that means. So it's like you're chilling with Majita and you guys are just kicking it and having fun. And that's really how I feel about the podcast. And that's why I don't want it to change. And to be fair, she is telling the truth, Once in a while there when you are listening, Saul comes with his predictable but funny still puns and double entendres and makes a joke that makes you will absolutely laugh at, and everyone will be happy and everyone will laugh and goof off, and by the time you know it, an hour is over and you've been that 1 hour has been the happiest time of your life that day because you have a dead end job, or you're probably struggling to find a job, and that 1 hour of just listening to that podcast, you feel different, and you feel happy, you don't feel judged, you feel that you were chilling with someone that someone that you relate to, and that's what the podcast brings to the table, and that is something that no one should ever take for granted. I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And there are a few things that they add in there that are a little annoying but very much work for them. The one thing that I really know and really noticed is cancel culture. McG once in a while he will throw in cancel culture in here and act like a victim, and that really helps. Victimhood is very helpful when you're trying to retain a community, or when you're trying to retain viewership and the people who keeps coming back every week. If you have an enemy, even if it's totally made up, I mean, cancel culture for McG is totally made up, because how are you exactly cancelled when you're still getting at least minimum 500,000 viewers every podcast? Like, that's crazy. On your interviews, at least you get 700,000, sometimes a million, sometimes 5 million views. So how in the world are you, so, I mean, he'll just be talking about people complaining about him on Twitter. And honestly, I think that whole thing is deliberate. I know he's gonna say some fucked up shit. Maybe about women or gays, lesbians, just the LGBT community in general, and he'll act surprised that there was an outrage or something. I mean, that really sucks, whether you believe it or not. That is one of the brilliant things that he does, and then he will turn those people into haters. Everyone who's criticizing me or disagreeing with me is a hater, and they are trying to cancel me. And please subscribe to my Patreon and subscribe to the channel, and please come back every week. And you're still there. So that's essentially the Make G podcast in a nutshell. And for everyone who watches it, I'm not trying to pick on it. I'm a struggling YouTuber, zero entertainment value. I understand why anyone would listen to Make G than me, or why anyone would listen to Make G than Sboo, or Vusi, or any of the other idiots who are on YouTube trying to make it. I mean, who wants to listen to El Tido and reminiscing on the good old days, which they are gone, say. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about the Make G podcast. Do tell me what you think on them. I mean, who am I kidding? No one ever comments on these videos. But do dislike the video if you feel like it. Dislike, like, anything helps really. Struggling YouTuber. Anyway.